how do you balance that out?
I'm a
That's so sweet. You're just a part of that, or you've been a part of that? I'm enjoying it a lot.
Okay.
I've always been very curious about how DQ has amazing script choices. Period films equals to Dulquer, Salmaan. Nobody else should be casted. I didn't know if I could. I don't come from an acting background. I don't come from an industry background. Neither do I have any contacts. So just a girl from a small town called Aurangabad suddenly decided that, okay, I'm going to be an actor. People from non-industry background don't know what to do, who to contact, which script is good, what is good, because an opportunity is just an opportunity for people like me, and you just have to grab it and then prove yourself.
Who is Kumari to you and what does she do in this film?
I feel like we have to watch the film on the 14th of November to really understand what Kumari is. We didn't want to overdo it and we didn't want to underdo it. What is the right balance for this generation where they remember Sri Devi Garu? My process is very simple. I don't think too much. Just try to keep it simple. I know it's not easy, but you gotta try to keep it simple. If things don't work out, they don't work out, and that's okay. It's fine. I gave my 100%. I'm happy. Honestly, I love challenges. So for me, that word itself is very beautiful because I'm hey, challenge. Firstly, I think it'll define my image because it hasn't been defined yet. I think Bhagyashri has arrived is going to be this film. I hope so.
Hi, welcome to Cinema Express. என் பேர் நாராயணி. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம கூட இருக்குது the very talented Bhagyashri Borse for Kaantha படம் வருது அவங்களோடது, directed by Dinamani. So how are you?
நல்லா இருக்கேன்.
Okay. And promotionsலாம் எப்படி போய்கிட்டு இருக்கு? ஹெக்டிக்கா போய்கிட்டு இருக்குன்னு கேள்விப்பட்டேன்.
ரொம்ப hectic, but I'm enjoying it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very nice because நீங்க சென்னையில் இருந்து தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருந்து ஒரு 6 months கண்டினியூஸாக இருந்து இங்கே தமிழ் கற்றுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னு நான் கேள்விப்பட்டேன். ஸோ தமிழ் நல்லா உச்சரிப்புலாம் வந்துருச்சா உங்களுக்கு இது வரைக்கும்?
I mean, I can understand what you just said right now, all of it, but to form the sentences, konjam time I think I need. Right. So how does it feel? Because it's the first film that you signed. Idan first film நீங்க sign பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க, and after a lot of struggle, after a lot of delays, you're seeing it coming alive on screen. Yeah. So அது ஒரு பெரிய struggle, monumental thing. Yeah. So how does it feel? I mean, it feels like all of that struggle was worth it. I mean, obviously it had reached a point where we were like, is this film going to happen or not? Because so many delays, so you just think about it. But finally, now that it's happening, I think I'm a big believer in God. So I feel like the timing, he knows what's the best. So I hope so.
Yeah. I mean, it's also nice because இது வரைக்கும் நீங்கள் கொஞ்சம் ட்ரெடிஷ்னலான ஹீரோயின் ரோல்ஸ், ஃபீமேல் ஆக்டர் ரோல்ஸ் நீங்கள் எடுத்து பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. I think this film will give you sort of you can explore a lot of these shades, different shades inside you. நிறைய ஆக்டிங் ப்ராவஸ் காமிக்க வேண்டிய நிறைய சிச்சுவேஷன்ஸ் இந்த படத்தில் இருக்குது. So how does that also improve in your career? How do you see this film as a landmark in your career?
I think this film gives me the platform. Firstly, it gave me the platform to perform, to showcase my talent. Because I feel like in our industry, I think women get rare opportunities to get a platform and showcase their talent fully, like extreme performance-oriented films, right? Is that okay? The phone sound?
Okay.
Huh. I mean, it was definitely, I think, a big opportunity for me because it gives me the chance to showcase my talent, showcase what all is there inside me and how much I can do and how much I'm ready to work hard for it and the dedication I put towards Kumari. So, in our Indian film industry, very few films come which make you feel like you have to be a performer. There's no way out. You can't look good and go away. You have to perform. And by the end of it, everyone should say and get up and clap for you. This film needed that. And when it first came to me, I was like, how am I going to do that? But I think it all these scripts that come to you makes you understand who you are much more as well. So throughout the process, I realized that it's all within me. Just need to channel it outside with the right director, and yeah, I'm very excited for you to see it.
Yeah, I'm excited as well because when you mention of Kumari, the one thing that I can get slightly in my head is that Telugu film industry or Tamil film industry or period films are very close to us. And you know how Telugu film industry has a lot of these period films like from Mahanati to Sitaramam. And when you're headlining, championing such a film, the comparisons are aplenty. நிறைய கம்பேரிசன்ஸ் கொண்டு வரலாம் பட் அதுலேயுமே யூ ஹாவ் டு ஷோ யுவர் ஓன் யூனிக்னஸ். ஹவு டிஃபிகல்ட் வாஸ் தட் ஸ்பேஸ்?
Yeah. I mean, we have like legends in the film. There's Rana Raghupati, there's Dulquer, Salmaan, and all of them are like great. Kani sir, he's also like great. And then there's this newcomer who has never really done this before. Difficult, I wouldn't say, because you know I had enough time to get into the character, to understand the character, to prepare for it, but it was definitely a beautiful experience. So not really difficult, I would say. Yeah.
So it did raise the bar for you positively.
Very positively, yes.
Yeah. So how do you think this film will fare in your career?
See, I mean, if I look at it in the society perspective, I don't want to talk about success and failure, but I want to talk about what is success to me. For me, it's about giving my 100% to the character that's given to me, because that's all that's there in my hand. The direction is not in my hand, music is not in my hand, and it is not in my hand. So what's given to me, I'm going to give it 100%, and that is success to me. So I think this film is something I'm going to remember for my life, because it's that first mark where, you know, I think Bhagyashri has arrived is going to be this film.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, it's also.
I hope so.
Of course, we'll definitely see that on number 14. And to add on to that, I recently read that in the Madurai in the Padam is inspired from real life scenarios, and if you can say, it's reportedly based on Tyagaraja Bhagavadar's story. So did the director Salmani Selvaraj approach you and say that probably இப்போ மணிரத்னம் சார் வந்து பொன்னியின் செல்வன் நாவல் எல்லாருக்கும் கொடுத்து நீங்கள் படிங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு எல்லாருக்கும் சொன்னாங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி இந்த கதையை பற்றியும் படிங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இதுக்கான ஹிஸ்ட்ரி பேக் ஸ்டோரி and all, did you go and revisit just to understand your character better, just to understand all of the story better?
Firstly, it's like I think Selvaya has already mentioned, it's not inspired from just one person. I think he's had multiple stories and multiple personalities that he's taken inspirations from. So it's been bits and pieces from everywhere, but the story original is his. You know, so the inspiration comes before from him and then from everywhere else. So yeah, again, it's not just one person's thing, but of course, to get into the character, we went to the depths of how actors used to perform back then.
Right, yeah.
Because we didn't want to overdo it and we didn't want to underdo it. What is the right balance for this generation where they remember Sri Devi Garu, you know, back then? At the same time, they're like, wait, this is Bhagyashri doing it. That's what he told me, and I was like, how do you balance that out? But yeah, I think it's come out good, and we tried our best way to like balance the both. Get into it.
Yeah, and the black and white film era, especially that black and white color in the film itself, adds a lot of layer to the story. நிறைய லேயர் ஆட் பண்ணியிருக்குன்றதுனால முன்னாடி இருக்கிற black and white படங்கள் நீங்க பார்க்க வேண்டி இருந்ததா, just to understand how they perform, how they deliver their dialogues, how humor was back then, how action was back then. So இதெல்லாம் நீங்க கொஞ்சம் revisit பண்ணி பார்க்க வேண்டி இருந்ததா?
Yes, I've seen some video clips of Savitri, which Selva showed me. So I was in awe of her. I was like, wow, like this is like one performer that, you know, you kind of want to look up to. So I saw lots of videos of lots of actresses like that, and she's one example for sure. So yeah.
Who are the other actresses did you take inspiration from for that era?
Like Sridevi, I mentioned, yeah. So few of them, and for me, I'm personally very fond of Madhubala also.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. So who is Kumari? Like, by the way, like when we were looking at the trailer, we saw that she was a great performer. செம்மையா பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. எல்லா டயலாகும் வந்து புட்டு வச்சிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. She had a lot within herself. அதே சமயம் நிறைய எக்ஸ்பிரஸும் பண்ணாம இருந்திருந்தாங்க. So who is Kumari to you and what does she do in this film? And like we also see a bit of gray shade inside this character. So இத பத்தி என்ன எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ண முடியும்?
I feel like we have to like watch the film on the 14th of November to really understand what Kumari is for all of them and for all of us. So I can't really reveal a lot right now, but in short, she would be very important for the film. Like without her, I don't think the story would be the same. So yeah, with that kind of importance the character has, we had to deliver it accordingly as well. With Dulquer being on the side, with Rana being on the side, with Kanisar being on the side, all of us, I think, yeah.
Nice. So of course when you're acting with Dulquer, when he comes into a scene, you have to put in a lot of effort because அவர் வந்து ஒரு சீனை தட்டி தூக்கிட்டு போயிடுவாரு. He'll just come and just steal the show and go. So how is it just competitively just standing in the screen? Did you have to put in a lot of effort because that you're sharing screen space with him? And not to mention Kani sir இருக்காங்க, ராணா சார் இருக்காங்க. அப்படின்றதுனால இவ்வளோ ஸ்டால் வால்ஸ் அண்ட் veteran people இருக்கிறதுனால உங்களுக்கு இன்னுமே எஃபர்ட் போட வேண்டி இருந்தது?
My effort was before I came on the set.
Okay.
So because I already I was enough prepared, I think the set work was like very fun for me. So all the effort put in was just before I came on set, and I was ready to go for it and I think enjoy the scene more than making it perfect. Enjoy and be Kumari. So yeah.
Did you anticipate the kind of response that this film would get, like from the beginning? ஏன்னா right from இது ஆரம்பிச்சதுலேருந்து கேரக்டர் போஸ்டர்ஸ் ரிவீல் பண்ணதுலேருந்து ட்ரெய்லர் லான்ச் ஈவெண்ட் வரைக்கும் up until the trailer release வரைக்குமே there was enough anticipation that was built, and when the trailer just came about, எல்லாரும் அதை பற்றி தான் பேச ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க. எதை பற்றி பேச ஆரம்பிச்சாங்கன்னு தெரியல. I think everybody started talking about Bhagyashri, Dulquer, Rana, Samudrakani. எல்லாருமே இது என்ன மாதிரி ஒரு வேவ் கிரியேட் பண்ண போகிறது இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி தான் பேசுகிறாங்க. Did you just anticipate the kind of response that this will get?
Firstly, thank you guys for doing that. We love you. And secondly, honestly speaking, yes, we did. Because you know the amount of efforts the entire team has put into it was commendable. And all of us were like, if you're putting in so much effort, something great has to come out of it. So that was the hope that we all had, and we set a certain standard for our performances. Like I think all of us were very competitive on set, and at the same time all of us wanted the best for each other. Like let's say DQ would come and perform and I would be like, whoa, now I need to go and perform better. And then I would perform better and he'd be like, whoa, now I need to. So it was just like a thing. And at the same time when he was performing, I was like, you do it, you go for it, you get it done. So yeah, I think it's been a great journey that way.
What were some of the inputs that the director gave that really shaped your character? இப்போ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் நான் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பேன், பட் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இன்புட் கொடுத்ததுனால என்னால் இன்னுமே மெருகேற்ற முடிஞ்சது என்னோட கேரக்டர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவீங்க?
He told me to just be myself.
Okay.
Yeah. I think like I've mentioned in the pre-release event, like one of the reasons he chose me for this character was because one quality that Kumari has, he saw something in me and he was like, I just want you to be yourself throughout the shoot. Don't try to be anybody else, just be who you are. So I was like, okay, it works for me. So I think that was the effort that, you know, I'm just going to be myself, prepare before coming on set and give my best for the shot.
Yeah. I mean, it's before you were saying about how you were excited to see this film on screen. இவ்வளோ நாள் கழிச்சு வரதுனால, இவ்வளோ வருஷம் கழிச்சு வரதுனால, because it started a little before the pandemic and scripting stage, and Dulquer was also talking about எவ்வளோ script meetings நடந்தது சாரோட அப்படின்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது, I'm pretty sure you would have, you know, probably gone on to another film. அந்த film முடிச்சுட்டு திருப்பி வந்து இந்த film dubbing or something like that you would have done patchwork, and then gone on to do another film, and then you're revisiting this film back again. So what were the thoughts அந்த டைமில் உங்களுக்கு என்ன thoughts Monday like brain lo odikittu irundhudu at that time?
I mean, it was just when I got casted, we were about to begin, and that's when I came to Chennai for about. I stayed here for about 6 months, preparing for the character, and we thought we're going on flow, but some delays kept happening. Hence, I had to shift on the other films. But once we started, like last year, we went on a roll continuously. So there was no back and forth too much, but it began, then it delayed, and then it finally we did it. So what was your question?
No, I was asking about what were the thoughts that were running in you?
Right. Because I said it's the first script that came to me, I was so excited because it felt like, okay, I finally found my path as a human at, okay, I want to do acting. You know, I want to give my try at it. And I didn't know if I could. I don't come from an acting background. I don't come from an industry background. Neither do I have any contacts. So, just a girl from a small town called Aurangabad suddenly decided that, okay, I'm going to be an actor. Suddenly, I think because of destiny or God found her way to this script. And when it got delayed, of course, I was heartbroken and I was like, what is happening? And I've worked so hard for this. I've come all this way and now again it's delayed. So obviously these feelings do pop in. But like I said, timing is always decided. Yeah.
Maybe did you, in the back of your mind, you were just like a little more sad that this could have been your debut, but something else came about?
I think everything happens for the best.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Like from the time you started doing films up until now, how do you think you have evolved in your script choosing process, and ungaloda understanding of films ipo eppadi maari irukku?
Yeah. I mean, because I'm not from an industry background, you know, there's nobody to guide.
Correct.
I would say, like, I think people are privileged to be born as the son or the daughters of legendary actors or the stars that we see today, because, you know, the amount of guidance that they get, people from non-industry background don't know what to do, who to contact, which script is good, what is good, because an opportunity is just an opportunity for people like me, and you just have to grab it and then prove yourself. After proving yourself, you have to again prove yourself and again, and then finally people say that, okay, this is good, this works for us, and now you go forward with your journey. So yeah, it's been quite hectic.
Quite the journey.
Yeah, quite a journey, but yeah, it's been beautiful, but honestly.
Yeah, you're also very responsible for the script that you choose, right? Because உங்களுக்கு யாரும் background இல்ல அப்படினு சொன்னதனால.
But what's changed throughout this 1 year, I would say, is because I've grown to understand script making choices much more. I've grown to observe things much more than all of this. I think I've grown to understand who I am as a person. What do I like? So yeah, it depends on now. If I listen to the script and if it touches my heart in some way, I'll follow my heart.
Where these were also the part of the conversation that you had between Dulquer, Samudrakani, as well as Rana, about script making choices? Would you talk about them? What kind of conversations would you have? Like, I'm pretty sure you'd have about the film, of course, but films tavara. Life in general, your career.
We're all like family, so we definitely talk about everything possible. But one interesting thing is I've always been very curious about how DQ has amazing script choices. You know, like it's always on point and it's always something very different. Of course, his vintage is like the best thing that he does.
Yeah, there's a rumor going on that he's like the king of period films and things like that.
There should be like a thing that period films equals to Dulquer Salmaan. Nobody else should be casted. So, yeah. But yeah, I think it's interesting to know every perspective, you know, why he chose to do a certain film, what made him want to do it. So I like to listen to why people make certain choices. It gives you a perspective as to, oh, okay, let me think about it too.
Right. In the script choices, ungaloda journey patti pesittu irukumbodhu enakku onu thonuchu that I really liked what you had written in your BB community.
That's so sweet.
I'm a part of that, and Kingdom release.
You're just a part of that, or you've been a part of that?
I was a part of that.
Now.
Not now, a little before that.
Okay.
So, அதில் வந்து கிங்டம் ரிலீஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் நீங்கள் எழுதியிருந்தீங்க தட் ஐம் சாரி கைஸ் like I'm pretty sure every one of you would like to have seen me more in kingdom, but நான் என்னால் முடிஞ்சதை நான் எவ்வளோ முடிஞ்சதை நான் கொடுத்தேன். I gave whatever the best I can. So two questions about that was, how do you see the response to kingdom and the mixed responses that came after, and where did you develop this self-awareness to the film? Because not a lot of people take this sportively. The reactions that came after for that film, not a lot of people take it very sportively, but you did, and you were like, yeah, I did my best, I did whatever I could, and I think I really did my best. So
I mean, you just have to give your best, kada. I mean, what else can you even do? Like I said, I have to, as a newcomer, jump on an opportunity to showcase my talent. And that's all I want. I want people, it's how do I explain it? It's like you have a beautiful garden within you, and people are not able to see what kind of flowers are there, what kind of a smell those flowers have, how beautiful is the garden, are there butterflies in it, is there a tree, what kind of a river is it. They can't see all that because there's a cloud, in front of it. And I feel like, can this cloud just move away? Can they just see all of this that's there within me? Because there's so much more that I want to give. And I fell in love with the craft and just wanted people to know how much I am in love with the craft. So yeah, I jumped on the opportunity, and if things don't work out, they don't work out, and that's okay. It's fine. I gave my 100%. I'm happy.
So it, like, although it disheartened you, the responses you
No,
knew.
honestly speaking, I was quite amazed. Why? Because the audience were complaining that we want to see more of you. Where does that happen?
That only happens when you do a good job.
So if they want to see more of me, that means I have to give them more of me.
Correct.
That was the positive outlook that I could see, and I was like, they're angry because they couldn't see more of me, and it's such a beautiful thing, I think.
Yeah. Ipo, coming back to Kaantha, Kaantha is about films, and you're acting in that film, and your next film, Andhra King Taluka, is also about films. So did you, by any chance, were you like apprehensive, like, because there's this thing of not choosing films that have films in them, right? This is sort of like a taboo, or like a thing where,
Is it?
yeah, it's this running thing in the industry where you should not make films about films. It just doesn't work well. That's this running thing that's been going on around for a
How
really.
do we know what works well?
Yeah, because there were, I think, a few instances back then. So
Okay.
So I think people were really touchy about choosing films that were about films.
எனக்கு தெரியாது. I don't know.
Okay. So in the coincidence, நீங்க எப்படி பார்க்கறீங்க of both the films being about films?
I didn't look at it that way at all. Like, I heard the narration and what it made me feel, and I went for it. My process is very simple. Like, I don't think too much. I don't like thinking too much. I feel like you kind of end up, making things difficult for yourself if you think too much. Just try to keep it simple. I know it's not easy, but you got to try to keep it simple. And script is coming. I hear it. It's making me feel good, touching my heart, making me feel like I have enough importance in the film, that if I take the girl out of the film, is the film still running? Is the film still moving forward? If it's not, I politely say no. But if it can't move forward without me, then I think it's my kind of a film. Where I feel like I want to do more of films where there's an importance to the female character, because I have so much to give.
You're very clear about that.
Yes.
Okay. But இப்போ வரைக்கும் நான் இது பண்ணியிருக்கேன்றது தெரியாது. இனிமேலேருந்து from now onwards I do want to choose films that really give importance to the female character.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So
which we don't get a lot, which I hope the filmmakers are listening and write more for us. But yeah, as much as possible. Yeah.
But do you also give inputs to the director? Like, I know it's difficult, but then do you also suggest, like, sir, this can be a little better,
honestly,
if you feel a little off here and there?
Right. It depends on the director. Like I would say, like if it's somebody like Selvaya who's very open, he's not like star newcomer. He's not that kind of a person. He'll see an actor for an actor. So he saw me for the actor that I am, and he said that you fully take control over Kumari. You tell me what do you feel about Kumari. And I used to go to him and be like, no, Kumari can't say this. Kumari can't say that. No. She's not going to say this. She's not going to give him a promise. You know, all those things are not happening. So there were a lot of like, no, Kumari. It was at a point where I knew Kumari much better than him. And he was like, you only go it. Poda. So yeah, I think, like I said, it depends on the director. There was a time where, because I felt like I felt that Kumari needed one particular scene, which you will see on the 14th. Probably I'll talk about it on the 16th or 17th about it. But I fought for that scene. You know, I told Selvaya that, yeah, this needs to be there. Without it, there's something missing. And obviously he spoke to DQ Rana about it, and they all agreed. They were like, why didn't we think of it? And you know, as a newcomer, it gives you some sense of confidence that the intuition that I'm getting or the feeling that I'm getting is, I think it's correct. And I want to surround myself with these kind of people who give importance to my opinion as well.
Correct.
Not for the newcomer that I am, but for the actor that I am. So like I said, it depends on the director.
Maybe Tamil filmmakers இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஓப்பனா இருக்காங்களோ?
What?
Maybe Tamil filmmakers are a little more open, is it?
Okay.
Do you feel like that more than Telugu film directors? Is that?
I don't think it's about Tamil and Telugu
Right.
for me. For me, it's never been about languages because I'm a North Indian myself and I'm not working in Hindi right now. I might work in the future, but currently I'm here. For me, it's a film. You know, of course, my audience might be Tamil audience, my audience might be Telugu audience, but it's a film. So it depends on the person that they are, not on the...
Right. Yeah. I mean, you were talking about writing very good female characters, and one question that I had in mind was about the female characters that are written in Telugu film industry. We are seeing great films that have been coming in the last few months, at least in this year. Rashmika Mandana's Girlfriend is getting really great reviews. Even Parda kuda romba nalla reviews vandhudu. But unfortunately, you saw how both these films fared when it came to the box office. I can at least speak for Parda, for instance. So, in the stage, நீங்க எப்படி மாறணும் அப்படி நீங்க நினைக்கிறீங்க? How do you see these two stark?
How do you see?
How do you see these two stark variations that are happening in the industry?
Are you trying to say it's about female market or female written stories
Female
that are
written
not doing well?
Yeah.
I feel like firstly, a market is like a film is determined or a market is determined by how much can you bring back, how much audience can you pull to the theater.
Okay.
Which of course, like I think Rashmika is very popular, you know, I think she must be getting a great response. But at the same time, I feel like us audience, you know, the amount of excitement I would get, let's say tomorrow, Surya Sir's film releases, Rajnikant Sir's film releases, I'll be like, first day, first show. You know, I feel like we need to just open up a little bit more and give that opportunity for every female film that's coming out. You don't like it, it's okay. But just go for it, you know, give us that
Opportunity.
I'm coming to support you. If I don't like it, I'll let you know. But give me that opportunity that you come to the theater and you're like, I came. So I think that slowly is changing, and I'm hoping that after a few years, it reaches that point.
Yeah. And for my last questions, I would like to ask you about, again, coming back to Kaantha. There's been a lot of debate about how Kaantha evlo challenging irundhudu for a lot of people, including the veterans themselves, how challenging it was. So in the space la ungalku evlo first of all challenging ah irundhu. Second of all, how do you think this will redefine your image as Bhagyashri?
That word itself is like very beautiful because I'm like, challenge. So from the beginning itself, because I had like enough time to prepare, you know, so many years, the script has been there. So I've been with Kumari, and Kumari is a big part of me. I think she is me only. So what helped me was that she is me. So a lot of my characteristics are in her. At the same time, preparing for the character really helped out. So like I said, I was so well prepared with the help of Selvaya that going on set was like excitement now. Like, okay, we've prepared this much. Now going on set, how is it going to feel? How is it going to actually turn out? And then with the help of DQ, I think it just like you get into the costume and something just magic happens, like a flow happens. Without costume, you can prepare as much as you want, but when you get into the character, the makeup, the hair, you look like Kumari. There's some magic that just translates onto the screen, which even I was shocked. I was like, I did that, okay.
So how do you think this will redefine your image as Bhagyashri?
Firstly, I think it'll define my image because it hasn't been defined yet.
Right.
I think it will define it in terms of a girl who's come from nowhere, who's worked really hard and has reached somewhere now with just pure talent and a lot of hard work and dedication.
Nice. Nice. Thank you so much for speaking
Thank
with me.
you so much.
All the best for your future endeavors and for Kaantha as well. Looking
you.
forward to seeing your character. Thank you so much.
See you on the 14th.